Stunt provides an opportunity for young women who have been cheerleaders throughout their whole life to take cheer to the next level in the form of Stunt the Sport, and they get the opportunity to showcase the most athletic parts of their sport through stunting and tumbling and jumping.
Stunt the Sport offers an incredible experience for cheerleaders of all skill type and all levels. You are able to compete in every single round at some sort of level between levels 1 through 8, and it really allows every athlete the opportunity to continue the sport they love in college.
Stunt the Sport provides a ton of opportunities for young women in cheerleading, gymnastics, and a variety of disciplines to be a college athlete. Stunt gaining NCAA emerging sport status is a huge milestone for the sport of cheerleading. For the longest time, cheerleaders have considered themselves athletes, and now with the NCAA nod of approval, it's the first large governing body to say, we also believe that you are an athlete.
It is just kind of like the stamp of that it's like finally a sport, and so many girls have worked so hard to push and have pushed boundaries and limits and have done so much for this, not just this program, but so many programs to get that emerging sport status. We go, we do so much, and finally we get that approval to finally be recognized for all the hard work and everything and all the long hours that we put in for a moment like this to happen.
The sport of stunt has given me so much growth in my 4 years here. I've learned how to be a leader on the mat, off the mat, on the sidelines, how to lead my team through a tough time, through challenges, when the point doesn't go our way, how to get back and to fight for that next point. Well, then also it's given me a self-confidence that I couldn't have ever imagined that I would be having. I've learned how to pick myself up when times are tough, how to hold my chin up high, which is going to go so far in my professional life.
I just love Stunt so much. The opportunities it provides, the game day atmosphere, that feeling you get on the sidelines of those close games, it's unmatched. I'm very much looking forward to be back on the sidelines this year and to get those feelings all over again.
We are going to remember the routine where you stuck the landing, where the pyramid hit, and you're really going to remember those special moments throughout the rest of your life.
There's a place for everybody in stunt, and everybody has the opportunity to do something that they love and shine as an individual and a team on the mat.
They should be super proud of where they are. As someone who was kind of in the beginning end of the sport and seeing where it is now, they are so strong. They're super impressive. They're super competitive. They deserve all the recognition that they get. So I would want them to know that.
It's been amazing to see the support and what we've been able to develop in the groundwork of that support to build an amazing program and an amazing home for these young women to be college athletes in the sport of cheerleading through Stunt the Sport. So I want to say thank you to Alma for believing in it, and thank you to Stunt the Sport for creating this opportunity so that these young women had that opportunity to be college athletes.
All right, welcome back to our third and final game of the day today. We have Concordia Chicago Cougars playing the Hiram Terriers. My name is Holly.
My name is Alina.
And we will be commentating the last game for today. To introduce myself, I am a student here at Alma College. I am a sophomore. I am on the Spirit Squad cheer team. We cheer at basketball games. And I'm also on the tennis team where we play matches in fall and spring. So I'm going all year round doing athletics, doing the two sports that I love to do. And I'm also involved with the Student Athlete Advisory Committee here at Alma, and as well as our conference, the MIAA.
Like I said, I am Alina. I am the assistant Spirit Squad coach here. I was an athlete on the Spirit Squad team for 4.5 years. I just graduated from Alma in December of 2023. And I'm super excited to be back in this gym commentating on the sport I love most.
Yes, this is very exciting. This game of stunt is unlike any other style of cheerleading that you might see. Personally, I did high school competitive cheer here in the state of Michigan, and those of you watching who have experience with MHSAA competitive cheerleading know that it is quite unlike anything else. So this game of stunt, having two teams perform the same routine side by side and getting judged on their technique, their skill, their performance, you name it, is quite interesting and quite unique. So it's a very interesting thing.
Yes, I grew up with doing all-star cheerleading, which is more of a dance routine to a 2-minute and 30-second set of music. And going from that to going to sideline of basketball to now sitting here watching and commenting on stunt is absolutely amazing. And I just love this sport and how much it brings everybody together. And how much support we all have for each other in this.
Yes. Looks like we're getting ready to start today. Both teams just did their little breaks and everything to get each other hyped up. And it looks like we're about to get started here in just a few seconds.
And we are starting with partner stunts, which is quarter one.
Yes, we have coaches and a few of the athletes. These might be captains, these might be seniors. Totally up to the discretion of the team, but it looks like the ref is just going over some general rules and regulations to make sure everyone is on the same page before we begin. Something that we talked about at the previous game, the second game today, is how stunt is now a Division III emerging sport beginning August 1 of this year. So that's a really big milestone for this sport of cheerleading. You know, with it being a game style, points are awarded, and it definitely has a very, you know, competitive and game-like structure that is compatible with the NCAA. So it's very nice that it is now being recognized here in Division III, and hopefully it keeps on moving up the ladder in the coming years.
And right now they're just doing the coin toss to determine which side gets to pick which partner stunt goes first.
All right, now they're shaking hands. Something we commonly see with these stunt games is very nice sportsmanship, you know, with the music, you know, all of these athletes, you know, yep, they're getting very hype. But, you know, these athletes all share a love for the sport of cheerleading, and it's nice that everyone's able to come together and, you know, compete at this level in college.
And they are competing partner stunt 2.
All right, so nice job from both sides when it comes down to awarding these points. That technique and skill and the execution of the skill is crucial in determining who is awarded the point. So based on the judge's decision, the team that gets the point performed the routine the best, and that is Hiram.
Chicago has decided on partner stunt number 1.
right, again, nice job from both sides. It seems as though Concordia Chicago had a little bit of a fall over there, but other than that, both teams did a great job performing this. Again, you know, timing and the execution of the skill is something that is crucial in deciding on which team gets the point.
And that point goes to Hiram Terriers. Next is partner stunt number 3. And Terriers will be competing this one, and they still have to earn that point even though that the Cougars are not performing.
All right, nice job with Hiram over there. Looks like they just missed a couple of those elements, so we will see if they are awarded that point because they do still have to perform it well enough to earn that point.
Yes, and as you might have noticed, they had a couple of people in blue jerseys on the mat. Those are just spotters to make sure that everybody is staying safe out there for if there is a fall or not. Unfortunately, the Terriers will not be given that point. The Cougars also have those spotters in a maroon jacket. They are now performing partner stunt 4. So once again, the Cougars still have to perform this well enough to get that point.
Nice job from those Cougars over there.
Yes, that was a very nice save from number 34 in that first element.
Yes, looks like there was a foot miss on that heel stretch. Just had to do a little regrab, but again, you know, that was a great save. Great way to save the stunt and still, you know, consider it a hit.
Unfortunately, the Cougars are not awarded that point.
All right, that concludes the first quarter. We have about a 2-minute intermission between the first and second quarter, and stay tuned for that second quarter, which is going to be our pyramids and tosses. So some bigger builds that we will see. So it'll be a little bit different from partner stunts, but stay tuned for that. right. We are celebrating National Women and Girls in Sports Day today. So you might not be able to see this on the live stream, but the Scots are out in the lobby of our athletic center signing posters for, kids in the community that came to the Stunt Games today. So just a really great recognition to celebrate women and girls in sports, especially with Stunt being in emerging sports in Division 3.
Yes, they're also handing out little baseball cards with their picture on it and their number, and then signing them as well.
Yes, it's very important to recognize how much influence college athletes have on, community members, little kids. So it's really nice that, these stunt athletes are recognizing that and are, partaking in community events and whatnot.
Absolutely. We are headed into quarter 2 now, with our first pyramid and toss being number 2.
All right, nice job from both sides. Both sides hit those elements nicely. The one thing that caught my eye were those toe touch baskets with the Cougars from Concordia over there. We just got to make sure that, the toes are pointed. So I'm sure that is something that the judges might have seen. But those braced rewinds to the top, those were beautiful. Really, hit the top, no need for readjustment or anything like that. So both teams did a great job performing both of those elements.
And the point goes to both teams. So this is a possibility if both teams do exceptionally well on both sides. They are both awarded a point, which is an awesome element that these stunt games have to show that how much work they've both put in.
And here we go with our next pyramid and toss. All right, again, nice job from both sides. Very nice job.
Yes, something to keep in mind for those of you watching at home is with going with these stunt routine, it is very crucial for all of these athletes to make sure that all of their skills are given and performed on the line or correctly on the half. And that point was awarded to Hiram, and now they are going into that pyramid and toss was number 4, and they unfortunately both forfeited, and now they are going in 5. And pyramid and toss number 5 was both forfeited from each team.
All right, we are going to take a 10-minute break for halftime, but I do want to preface that you might see these hashes that are on those mats. Those hashes are there for a reason. They're not just there to look nice. They're there to help the athletes make sure that they're in line, because if you're performing a tumbling skill or something along those lines, It could get unsafe if, people are not in the right spot and whatnot. So those hashes are definitely crucial and very helpful to help the athletes, see where they are in comparison to the other athletes around them.
Exactly.
So we will be back here in just under 10 minutes for our third quarter of jumps and tumbling.
For a free t-shirt. So if anyone would like to enter our handstand contest, come on down to the floor. Alrighty, so we're just going to use the mat for the first minute here. Alright, if you'd like to enter, come on out. Alright, any other entries? Coach Lexi? Alright, here we go. We're going to count you up. We'll go to 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'll go up on 1. If you come down, just gently come off the mat. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. That's the time.
for 3 are jumps and tumbling. The teams have been working on their routines during halftime, really utilizing the mat, and also having little dance parties as well on the sidelines there, as you can see.
Yes. For jumps and tumbling, it is super crucial that they are both on time and in sync and toes pointed, feet together on jumps and on tumbling both.
Yes, and sticking those jumps and tumbling is crucial as well, you know, and by sticking, we mean having no hops, no steps, you know, landing it and, you know, essentially freezing and standing.
Exactly.
Yep, something that we see on the score sheets, you know, the first word under every single element, you know, every stunt, pyramid, jump and tumbling is synchronization. So here it is crucial that everyone is on the same time, everyone goes at the same time, not only, you know, for performance, but also for safety as well.
Yes, that synchronization could get you the point or could hinder you from the point.
Correct. So we will be getting started here.
And we are starting with jump and tumble 2.
Very nice job from both sides. The, you know, one thing that really stuck out to me was that round off spring tuck right in the middle of that routine there. Both Hiram and Concordia did a great job sticking that round off spring tuck. And it is, you know, super crucial at that specific time because that is the only active skill. So having that, you know, really be a beautiful stick and stand is crucial in receiving that point.
And Concordia Chicago had gained that point for jump and tumble 2. And now we are headed to jump and tumble 1.
We are at a score of Hiram with 4, Concordia Chicago with 2. So this is a fairly close game. So these next 2 quarters are crucial. Really great job from both sides. I did see a missed double toe touch on Concordia's side, but other than that, both teams did a great job performing that. A couple timing issues seen from both sides, so we will see who receives this point.
Exactly, and with the mention of sticking skills earlier, the stick with the hands up and the back walkover is very crucial to getting that stick. Hiram was gained that point, and now we are headed into jump and tumble 3. Great job from both sides. I did see a couple spacing issues
on both sides. And you know, a way to really avoid that is to make sure you're keeping those eyes on those hashes and making sure you're not too close to one another. Another thing that really stood out to me coming from Hiram was those cartwheels at the end. Those cartwheels were very on time and everything like that. And also I do want to mention those standing back tucks at the point of those Vs, seen from both sides. Both were performed well. You know, I did see a hop, I did see a step, but again, you know, both of those skills were executed well, and you do have to keep in mind the stamina that need to be seen, you know, in terms of these routines. You know, walking from point A to point B and immediately doing a skill is difficult. So I give a lot of credit to both of these teams for performing so well.
I completely agree. It's very difficult to do these routines, and the point was awarded to both, which is amazing. Now we're going into a 30-minute timeout.
Yep, 30-second timeout.
Sorry, 30-second. Oh my gosh.
That'd be a long timeout.
With these timeouts, it gives the teams to recuperate, regain their strength, communicate in what they are thinking of performing next, and just some overall game plans and just little reminders maybe to keep your toes pointed, to keep up your stamina, to have great smiles out there.
Yes, and with these timeouts, teams can also talk about their strategy, knowing the other team's, you know, weakness. I personally, from what I've seen, Hiram does a great job with jumps and tumbling. I believe that that is one of their strengths. So Concordia could be talking about calling certain routines that, you know, might benefit, you know, themselves more. So.
Exactly. Especially with it being a 6-3 game, it means it's super close, and they're both very close in points. Now we are headed into the next jump and tumble.
Hiram does have to earn this point. They have to perform it well enough to earn the point. Yeah, awesome job from the Terriers. Those cartwheel tucks, those tumbling skills were very much on time, and I saw a lot of sticks, a lot of stick and stands. The only thing that really I saw were, you know, with the toe touches, just making sure, you know, they're level. They did receive the point, which is awesome. Hiram does have a 4-point lead over Concordia Chicago. All right, and we will go into another 2-minute break to prepare for the fourth quarter, which we will see elements from all of the past 3 quarters. So stay tuned for that. All right, we're getting ready to start that fourth quarter. Something that I've seen in the crowd today is a lot of, you know, fellow stunt athletes coming from schools all over the state of Michigan, and even, you know, on the bordering states of Ohio and Indiana. even Illinois, coming to support and also to see, you know, what they're competing against this season.
Exactly, and with this next quarter, like Holly said before, this is partner stunts, then jump and tumbling, and then pyramids and tosses, and they are scored on each of the routines. So they could gain all 3 points, or 1 point could go to one side and then 2 from the other. And we are headed into routine number 2.
Great job from both sides. With these quarters, 3 points are given out for each routine. So this is definitely a quarter where you can bank a lot of points, and it's nice because it's the last quarter of the game. So, you know, this is a crucial part of the game today.
Exactly, and you can see how much stamina you need to get through these routines, and you can hear the sportsmanship between each team competing, cheering on for one another, and even Alma's sitting in the stands and they're chanting along with the music of saying "Let's get loud." If that goes along with the music to just bring up that morale.
All right, the coaches or judges are talking about how they're going to score this.
And partner stunt goes to Hiram. Jump and tumble went to both teams, Hiram and Chicago. And then the last point of pyramid and tosses went to Hiram.
Yep, and with both of those JT points going to both teams, that does signify a tie, which means that they both, you know, performed the same.
Exactly, and luckily they do both get that point, which is super awesome. Next is routine number 1.
No, we just did 2. We're doing 1. I'm sorry. Routine 1. That's what I said. We're ready.
nice job on both those routines from both schools. Something that stands out to me seeing these teams compete is, still having facials and still, having emotion with performance. This is a game style of cheerleading, and usually with cheerleading we associate, making a face, the glam, the makeup, everything like that. But here with Stunt, it's taken a turn to more of, getting scored on your technique and, performance of the skill itself. So it's still nice to see these teams having fun with it. It definitely boosts their confidence and looks lovely and is super fun to watch them have fun.
Exactly, and something that really stood out to me is how hard number 2 on Hiram's stunt during partner stunts was working. They were having trouble with that stunt earlier in the game, and they hit that routine and stunt perfectly, and that's a super big win for them, I know, just as personally. And now we are just waiting for the judges to give their final scores on how to award the points.
Yeah, again, one of those things that contributes to the awarding of the point is timing. The judges are actually counting out loud while the routine is going, and from that they're able to tell which teams are on time, which teams are not, which gets factored into the awarding of the point.
Partner stunt goes to Hiram, so that stunt group is, I'm assuming, super, super excited about that. Jumps and tumbling went to both Hiram and Concordia. And the pyramid and tosses went to Hiram. Next routine is number 4.
All right, looks like Concordia is going to perform those partner stunts, but Hiram is getting ready and lining up at the back of the mat to perform the second routine in this round. All right, and it looks like neither of the teams did that pyramid and toss round, so they just decided to stand on the sidelines and dance it out, I guess. Crowd was having a good time, and both sides of the mat were having a good time with that. So it's nice to see a great sportsmanship and that everyone's having fun.
Yes, even though these teams are competing, they do find a way to boost each other up with dancing with each other across from the mats.
Yep, I do want to give Concordia a lot of credit with that partner stunt. They did a really great job with that, full twisting stunt all the way to the top to that arabesque. That is not an easy thing to do, and with such a young program, I give them a lot of credit to be performing that skill. It looks like the judges are communicating with the ref on their point awarding.
Partner stunt does get awarded to Concordia, Chicago. And jumps and tumbling does get awarded to Hiram as well. So both teams get their points for the routine, for the parts of the routine that they did perform.
Yep, and then no points are awarded for that pyramid and toss.
Next is routine number 3. I don't know if you all hear this on your end, but all of the teams do have some sort of little chant before they go into each routine, just to get them hyped up for an awesome routine ahead of them.
Yep, and if you can't hear it, you can definitely see it.
Yes, definitely. So, Hiram and Concordia both did their jump and tumbles routine, which both were super, super good. Did notice a little bit of a timing issue, but ultimately they hit each part of that routine very, very well. Partner stunts, no team gets the point, nobody performed. Jumps and tumbling was awarded to Hiram, and no point was awarded for pyramids and tosses. At the beginning, you may have noticed the teams marking through the partner stunt just to make sure that timing for jump and tumbling is on.
Yes, and that concludes our day of stunt games here in Alma, Michigan. Great performances and routines from all of the teams that joined us today, Concordia, Hiram, and Alma College. So thank you for tuning in and continue to support this Division III emerging sport.
Exactly. Happy Women's Sports Day.
Thank you.